gonna go to heaven in Jesus' name, Lord. We know and we understand. Almighty God is a living man. You can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So now we see the light. We gonna stand up for our rights. Yeah. So you better get up, stand up in the morning. Give it up, stand up for your rights. Stand up right now. Get up, stand up.
Splash FM 105.5.
All right, it's good afternoon, and it is Talking Points on Splash FM 105.5 here in the city of Ibadan. My name is Michael Olatunbosun. Always a pleasure to turn up on the microphone. Okay, so you know the business of the program. It is to get us to understand what's going on around us and see whether we can make sense of all these things. And by all these things, I mean things happening around us. Okay, so let's set sail this afternoon. Okay, so let's start from the home front, and then we'll graduate to Africa, the African Union, and then we come back home and also take a trip to Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and its new minister, Nyesom Wike. And okay, so I'll let you hear from Wike himself. And the question I'm putting to the table is, what is the agenda? I mean, Nyesom Wike's agenda. Or how do we put it this way? Do we say that he probably has an agenda? Okay, so whose agenda is he pushing? Okay, and you know, a couple of friends, particularly this friend of mine, wrote an article setting an agenda for Nyesom Wike, the new Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Okay, so you'll hear about that soon. Let's quickly just do a panoramic exploration of the Nigerian space. First, this story is in the Vanguard. Stop Wike Oyetola Umahi orders life pensions. Serap tells Tinubu. Okay, so you know the idea behind this one, don't you? A bit of the story. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has urged President Bola Tinubu to ensure the stoppage of further collection of life pensions and other allowances of former governors who are serving as ministers in this administration from the states while they serve as ministers. SERAP also urged the president to instruct the former governors to immediately return any pension and allowances that they may have collected since leaving office to the public treasury. The affected governors, who are now ministers in the Tinubu administration, include Badaru Abubakar, Nyesom Wike, Bello Matawale, Adegboyega Oyetola, David Umahi, Simon Lalong, Atiku Bagudu, and Ibrahim Gaidam. In a letter to President Tinubu dated August 19, 2023, and signed by SERAP's Deputy Director, Kolawole Oluwadari, the organization said the appointment of former governors who collect life pensions while serving as ministers is implicitly forbidden by the Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended and the country's international legal obligations. You will be acting in the public interest by stopping former governors now serving as ministers in your government from collecting life pensions, especially given the current grave economic realities in the country. So you have an understanding of what's going on here. SERAP is saying former governors collecting pensions, stop, because you are now serving as ministers. After all, they will be collecting, allowances and salaries as ministers, and then they will still be collecting pensions. And don't forget, the pension laws in different states are different, okay? But it's usually pension for life. Oh, okay, so you get the idea, okay? So what do you think about this? First, yeah, so that's it, right? Okay, so let's hear from another minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm talking about Tunji Ojo, and one thing about that minister here, I'm reading from the Punch. Tunji Ojo assumes office, bars journalists from venue. Okay, so the Minister of Interior, Mr. Bumi Tunji Ojo, has assumed office. He arrived at the Ministry at about 2:20 p.m. after the swearing in at the presidential villa Monday. Okay, and Tunji Ojo was accompanied by a crowd of supporters who were chanting solidarity songs. The minister was ushered into his office by an acting Comptroller General of Immigration, Carol Adepoju Wuraola, the Commandant General, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Abubakar Audi, among other officials of the ministry. On his arrival, journalists were told to vacate the venue. A senior official of the ministry said the meeting was a family affair, adding that only the minister's guests should be allowed in. Okay, so now this is the headline. Okay, the headline here says that Tunji Ojo assumes office, bars journalists from venue. So I've been asking the question: if indeed the media are the fourth estate of the realm, as we popularly call them, or by the virtue of Section 22 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, which states that the media, radio, TV, press, and all to uphold, the essence of the Chapter 2, particularly of the 1999 Constitution, and also to hold those who are in power to account on behalf of the people. So, how do you marry these two, or how do you synergize in this situation where then or government officials, appointees of the president, are asking journalists to vacate a meeting? What exactly are they discussing? All right, it's still talking points on Splash FM. I thought to prick you to that so that we can have an understanding of what we are looking at. All right, that's what we are looking at now. All right, so let's hear from you. You see, the African Union is in the news, okay? And what is this about? The African Union has suspended Niger over military coup. The African Union suspends Niger over military coup. Let me read from the Vanguard. The African Union on said Tuesday it has suspended Niger until civilian rule in the country is restored, and would assess the implications of any armed intervention in the troubled Sahel nation. Peace and Security Council requests the AU Commission to undertake an assessment of the economic, social, and security implications of deploying a standby force in Niger and report back to Council, the bloc said, following strong differences on the matter. So, Army officers toppled President Mohamed Bazoum on July the 26th, prompting the West African Regional Bloc, ECOWAS, to threaten to use force to reinstate him. You remember, I was having this conversation with Bobola, Omowo Adebobola, who is a peace and security expert. We were talking about this, and I remember I said that in the last 5 years, there have been about 9, in fact, there have been 9 coups in that sub-region. I'd like to call it the middle belt of Africa in the last 5 years. And what is this attraction, or what is this fixation with the coup plotters? I mean, the military guys. What exactly are they looking for? All right, so the African Union has said you have to reinstate Bazoum or we take military action against you. So they have suspended Niger from the African Union. What does Niger stand to lose here? All right, in case you'd like to talk to me, let's talk on the program. And then says there's this news that should interest you. Breaking: UK police charges former petroleum minister Alison Madueke with bribery. Okay. The British police have charged the former minister of petroleum, Desiani Alison Madueke, with bribery and bribery offences. According to Reuters, the UK police on Tuesday said they suspected that she had accepted bribes in return for awarding multi-million-pound oil and gas contracts. The 63-year-old ex-minister served during the administration of former President Goodluck Jonathan from 2010 to 2015. She was the president of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, speaking about the charges. Andy Kelly, head of the National Crime Agency's International Corruption Unit, said, "We suspect the Ezeani Alison Madueke abused her power in Nigeria and accepted financial rewards for awarding multi-million-pound contracts. These charges are a milestone in what has been a thorough and complex international investigation." The NCA said Alison Madueke was accused of benefiting from at least £100,000 in cash, chauffeur-driven cars, flights on private jets, luxury holidays for her family, and the use of multiple London properties. Wow, that's the story, okay? So you may want to intervene on this one as well. It's still talking points on Splash FM 105.5. I return to Nyesom Wike now. That's the story. Okay, so I'm reading also from the Vanguard. It says, buildings will go down. Wike assumes office as FCT minister. Okay, I'll read a bit of this and go on a commercial break. When I come back, you will hear from His Excellency Nyesom Wike himself on the program, Talking Points this afternoon. Newly sworn in Federal Capital Territory FCT Minister Nyesom Wike on Monday assumed office with a pledge to restore the city's master plan. At his maiden news conference, he said land allottees who had been given certificates of occupancy but failed to develop would also lose their lands to give way to those ready to build. All right, so if you know you are built where you are not supposed to build, it will go down, he said. All right, so you'll hear from Nyesom Wike. When I come back from this commercial break, it's still Talking Points on Splash FM 105.5. Don't go away, it's still the program.
Splash FM 105.5.
My people, better don land. Make una come see ogbonge cable wey dem manufacture for we obodo Nigeria. Na Pure Cables. Pure Cables na correct electrical cable wey dey reliable, dependable, and the people wey dem make am call dey safety conscious. Pure Cables get original copper and aluminium cable for different sizes dem wey you fit use for electrical wiring level for anywhere. Whether na your house, abi na your office, the price nko e no dey tear pocket at all. Nationwide distribution don start. For more information, call 0808 030 3257. 0808 030 3257. Pure Cable and Wire Limited. They have print compound, 4 tickets, 122/132. Oshodi Papa Expressway, Iyano Solo Bus Stop, Lagos. Pure Cables, Nigerian electrical contractors endorse am. SON approval. Pure Cables. Na Yubico.
As a mom preparing for a big family party, what's the right soup that goes well with Golden Penny Semovita? A, Eforiru. B, me and Taushe. C, Oha. D, all of the above.
All of the above.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Correct.
Yes, Golden Penny Semovita is my soup's first choice. Made with premium wheat and enriched with vitamins. It's the right combo for Nigerian soups. Golden Penny Semovita, my soup's first choice.
Ó ṣeun ọ̀rẹ́ mi, ó kú ìtọ́jú mi, mo sùn dáadáa, gbogbo ara mi ló jí pépé. Ìrọ̀rí tí mo gbórí lé, àfi bí ìgbà tí mo bá wà lórí afẹ́fẹ́.
Àtótónu rẹ̀ pọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ mi. A kì í dúpẹ́ ara ẹni. Ìrọ̀rí Muka dá yàtọ̀ nínú gbogbo ìrọ̀rí. Eléyìí ni wọ́n ń pè ní Crown Anti-Allergy. Oorun àlàáfíà sòséni lórí rẹ̀.
Ó tó kémi náà wá wọ̀rọ̀ kò fi ṣàdá kí n pààrọ̀ ìrọ̀rí mi. Ó tọjọ́ mẹ́ta.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, àwọn dókítà tiẹ̀ sọ wípé a ní láti máa pààrọ̀ ìrọ̀rí wa láàárín ọdún kan sí méjì.
Lóòótọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀rẹ́ mi.
Ó tún gbà wo tó ti pààrọ̀ ìrọ̀rí rẹ. Ra ìrọ̀rí Muka kó o sorun àlàáfíà.
Muka, à ń fi ìdẹ̀ra kún ìgbésí ayé ènìyàn.
Titi, I'm leaving now. Make sure you use this hypo bleach sachet to wash all the clothes, clean the bathroom, mop the floors, and
Mommy, one sachet for all this plenty work?
Yes, sir. Introducing the Hypo Bleach 200 ml bigger sachet. The bigger sachet you've been waiting for. Now you can do more disinfecting, whitening, and cleaning for just 100 naira.
Bigger 200 ml Hypo sachet to do more housework.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add
milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids the new Milo 3-in-1. Milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo. Tí o bá wà lórí nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì àrídájú, ìyẹn Naija Confirm wo ẹ̀bùn 1,000 naira ń dúró dè ọ́. O tún ní àǹfààní láti gba èlé ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀rún lórí èyíkéyìí rìsáàjì tí o bá ṣe. Àníkún dátà lọ́nà 100 fún oṣù 6 àti ìlọ́po méjì dátà lórí rìsáàjì àkọ́kọ́ rẹ ní oṣù òpó. Ìyẹn gangan ni Naija Confirm látọ̀dọ̀ Nine Mobile tí ó yọrantí. Ra síìmù tuntun lónìí tàbí kí o tẹ *1400# lórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká rẹ. Nine Mobile wà níbí fún ọ, wà níbí fún Naija.
Uncle Dentist, what are cavities and how does Colgate protect my teeth from cavities? Does it use Kung Fu?
No, dear. Most tooth pains are caused by tooth holes called cavities. When you brush daily with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, its expert formula locks natural calcium in our teeth and helps protect them from cavities.
It's time to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Colgate is recommended by the Nigerian Dental Association.
Splash FM 105.5.
People who are distorted the master plan of Abuja. Too bad. So you can look at refuse everywhere. Those who are paying for refuse collection, what are they doing? So we must also sit down to look at differently ways of waste management or waste disposal. It is very, 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 very key. All those people who are distorting the master plan of Abuja, too bad, too bad. If you know you are built where you're not supposed to build, it will go down. It will go down. Be a minister of anywhere, be an ambassador. If you know you have developed where you're not supposed to develop, your house must go what? Down. Those who have taken over the green areas to build, sorry, our parks must come back. The green areas must come back. If you hate green, you must hate yourself. So if you know you have anybody who is involved that have taken over the green areas, have taken over the parks, to where you now do restaurants, no, we will not accept that. Sorry. If your father has done that, sorry. If your mother has done that, sorry. There's nothing I can do. It will go down. And all these people who are doing land marketing, I'll talk to the staff tomorrow. There are a lot of people are involved. And let me tell you, that period of land marketing is what? Over. And those that government are giving CFO land, allocated land to them, they refuse to develop. And use that they are becoming land speculators. The land is gone. I'm going to revoke them. I will revoke. Because I don't understand how your government will give you land to develop, then you keep the land outside, land that you may have paid for 200,000. You're not beginning to find who will buy for 2 billion and 3 billion. Who does that? We'll take back our land and give it to those who want to develop. And you must sign that you must develop at so time. So, if you are part of those who have been getting such land, it will come back to us. And some people are saying, oh, Abuja is not doing this, Abuja is not doing that. Those of you who also refuse to pay a ground rent, non-payment of ground rent is a breach of covenant. I don't need to write you to pay. You know this is what is what. You're like a tenant. At the end of the month, you are supposed to pay social amount, for example. And then you say, oh, my landlord has done anything to me. No, it doesn't make sense. Because Abuja needs money too. Is it not? Part of the revenue, or source of revenue, is ground rent. So if you have not paid, be it national, whatever you call it, banco, anywhere, big man, sorry, I will not be tired to revoke. That's what I'm here. It is true.
Okay, so you heard Nyesom Wiki there. What do you hear? I mean, the undertones, the nuances of Wiki's speech is here. Okay, so he's saying that if you're built on green areas, your building will go down. If you have violated the Abuja Master Plan, your building will go. And well, have we all agreed that a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria can start this way from day one? So I thought to ask you the question, really. I want to know your thoughts about these things. All right, it's still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. Would you like to talk to me? 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 0706 949 3000. Caller here. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing today?
I'm very good. And you?
My name is Mr. Francis.
Mr. Francis.
Yeah. Now, you see, I don't know why we say things that is in a kingdom of his own. This is a country that is governed with law. Those people that have built their houses, does it think that they don't have an approval? He should have sat down and looked at the papers on ground before start saying is what he's saying. He should realize that he's no longer a governor. When he thinks can give instructions and they will follow it to the letter. He should realize that we are in democracy. He cannot demolish 4 houses without not seeing what is on ground. Good afternoon.
Mr. Francis, thank you very much for joining up. Hello, good afternoon.
I'm John. Welcome.
Mr. Njoku, welcome, sir.
Yes, I love this program.
Yes, sir.
We are being advised to be so persevere. What this political official that is bringing from the million corruption is talk about serious. This has been the last session for political officials like the former government. Federal demand is coming at the right time, but you don't make arrangement. It is a waste of time. Exercise with utility and the striving after the one. What does say so? And that is the will for that demand. That election political officials that find themselves in that position through a legislation passed by their respective bodies of assembly. The only option for them is to approach the court to determine the legality or otherwise of that illegal action. I'm trying to do that.
Thank you very much for calling, sir. All right, so go to court and sort this out. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
You're welcome to Talking Points today. What's the name?
Yeah, my name is Stephen from Ibadan.
Yeah, right, Stephen from Ibadan. Let's talk, sir.
Yeah, from what Wiki is saying, what I see is that Wiki is just trying to create content.
What do you mean by that?
Is he telling us that the only job of the Minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria is to put our building? Why is he not talking about the transportation of the worker, of the federal workers, giving them a good means of transportation? Why is he not looking at some other aspect of life which can affect the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Now he's telling us he's going to put down building. He's trying to create content. He's just going to go there to go and create content. That's the end.
I like that. Thank you very much. So create content. All right. Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah, it's creating content. Yeah, thank you.
Interesting. Let's hear from here. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, Mike.
Welcome, sir. SB, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk, sir.
You should have waited and look at the files and know the best thing to have, the best approach to the problem. He shouldn't have come like somebody who is quarreling with somebody. I'm not sure. I don't know if some people are perfect, but he should have tread softly, not coming with this type of bragado something.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling, sir. So it's still Talking Points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. A friend of mine who is in the development sector wrote a piece setting agenda for Nyesom Wike, the minister. I'll read something from it in a moment. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome to Talking Points today. What's the name?
Yeah, this is Ayiko. I'm calling from Lela.
Ayiko, welcome, sir.
I think Wike is on the defense nation. He's going there to defend, maybe to appoint have offended him. He ought to not to have said everything, all this baggage he's just making. You know, a wild dog will never bark until it's spiked. So everything I done now, maybe it's already a danger because before he has started. You need to wait patiently to know what is going on in Abuja before bragging on radio. It is very, very unfortunate of him. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling, sir. Okay, who's here? Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, master.
Welcome, sir.
Baba,
yes, sir.
I hope Wike is not going to demolish Wadaka Plaza. And other one of his other enemies has in the city.
So you have concluded that the PDP is Wike's enemy, right?
If we look at the situation on ground and analyze the whole thing, then knows what to do.
Okay.
If you remember, that was what our president did on the first day. Subsidy is gone, and there was violence subsequently.
Okay.
So he has done the same thing now. So did they ask him to go and demolish houses? Is that his mission? Is that the agenda?
All right, thank you very much for calling, sir. Okay, another caller here beckons. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome to Talking Points. Sodiq.
This is Sodiq from Odoni.
Soji? Okay, all right, Soji.
Yeah. Now, I don't know why people are just condemning the case. We can look into the books. If they know themselves, those are acquired land illegally. They know them. So when we can look into the books, he will find out which one. It cannot just be, he's just saying it, it cannot just be pulling down buildings just like that. I believe he's a landed man.
All right. Soji, Soji, my question is essentially about Stephen talked about drama. It's about the drama involved in Wike's statements. For someone meeting, working for the first time, would you consider that approach proper, really? Soji, I can't hear you. Ouch.
What I'm saying is, we can have to say something.
Okay.
When we say, he did not really, he's not going to look into the book. So if they say he's a comedian, you know him as a comedian. So let him look into the book. Those are people he's doing the wrong thing. They should approach people.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Soji, for calling. Yeah. All right, still Talking Points on Splash FM 105.5. This gentleman is called Rotimi Olawale. He wrote a piece, and he was saying the new minister should shine his light on the following: street lights and functional traffic control system. He even alluded in this article that when he visited Maiduguri, he thought that street lights work better in Maiduguri, that is plagued by Boko Haram, than in Abuja. Can you imagine that? He talked about, these cameras, to monitor traffic and all that. And he talked about reducing crime in Abuja. He talked about satellite towns deserving better roads and drainage systems. He talked about Abuja needing to host many more international meetings. He talked about Abuja rail heading to nowhere. Currently, the Abuja light rail system, a part of the Abuja Transportation Master Plan, has partially completed a single phase running from the Abuja metro station in the central area to the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, looking at the purpose of light rail system to ease traffic congestion. This route is the one that currently has the lowest traffic. Beyond the repairing the non-functional line to the Abuja Airport, FCT administration needs to fast-track the development of other lots connecting Gwagwa, Kubwa, and the rest of it. Maybe you mean Gwagwalada, right? Okay, so these are some of the things that he talked about, focusing on health and education reforms. Minister Wike basically was talking about buildings. What do you think? A commercial break, and I'll be back. It's still Talking Points on Splash FM.
Splash FM 105.5.
Bàbá, ẹ dákun, a fẹ́ wọnú ẹgbẹ́ àgbà. Àìsàn abáàdì tí ń ṣọ̀rẹ́ mi. Ó ti lo gbogbo oògùn. Wọ́n ní ọlọ́rìí fẹsẹ̀ létọ̀ọ́. Lóòótọ́ làwọn àìsàn afínní nàkànàkàn bẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé tí wọ́n bá rọ́ọ̀lù yàn pẹ́rẹ́ fúnra oníkọ́ ní ọ̀fẹ́ máa fẹnu ara rẹ̀ pé kú. Aṣíwájú elégbòogi herbal therapy lọ́nà àbáyọ bírú ẹ̀ bá ṣẹlẹ̀. Má wulẹ̀ po kámbáàdì mu nítorí àìsàn tí òjú tàṣíwájú elégbòogi ó tàn pẹ́pẹ́ dànù. Àwọn irinṣẹ́ àgbàlódé ló sẹ́ẹ̀tì kalẹ̀ yìí tí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ fi ṣàyẹ̀wò kí wọ́n lè mọ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lágọ̀ọ́ ara gan. Lábẹ́ ìdarí akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ medical consultant tó dúró tán. Gbàgàdà lọ́fíìsì wá sí dàálẹ̀ látago 9 àárọ̀ sí 4 àrọ̀lẹ́ lọ́jọ́ Monday sí Friday. Aago 9 àárọ̀ sí 3 ọ̀sán ni lọ́jọ́ Saturday. 49 Sango UI Road beside Fat Oil Filling Station opposite Sango Police Station Ìbàdàn. 0802-223-3370. 0802-223-3370. ẹ dúró gbé gbogbo àìsàn tí ń jẹ kòbókò lọ́wọ́ aṣíwájú elégbòogi herbal therapy.
Disneyland! Here I come!
You too can win an all-expense-paid trip to Disneyland in the Indomie Golden Magnets promo. Buy the Indomitable 70-gram pack and find the Golden Magnet inside. Visit indomie.ng/Golden Magnets promo to enter your details and unique code. Golden Magnets winners will experience the magical wonders of Disneyland. Silver Magnets winners can also win amazing prizes. Get your favorite Indomitable Magnets with every Indomitable pack you buy during this promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Shout to Los Angeles way. Now I'm flying my way. Shout to Los Angeles.
Shalto lozenges contain 5 natural active ingredients where they fight sore throat, irritation, and cough. Think natural. Think Shalto. Natural sore throat reliever. Shalto lozenges. They are available for pharmacies and stores near you. If symptoms no gree go after 3 days, consult your doctor.
Tí o bá fẹ́ràn láti máa wo àlàyé kíkún nípa eré ìdárayá bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá.
Tàbí o fẹ́ràn láti máa ṣe ohun gbogbo fúnra rẹ̀.
Tí o bá fẹ́ràn eré àwàdà oníránpẹ́.
Tàbí o ò fẹ́ kí ìròyìn kan kó fò ẹrù rárá.
Tí o bá fẹ́ jẹ́ kí okòwò rẹ̀ ó gbèrú sí i.
Tàbí o fẹ́ kọ́ nípa bí a ti ṣe ń lo ohun èlò orin náà.
Ohunkóhun ìyọ́wò tó bá fẹ́ wò ló máa bá pàdé lórí YouTube.
Jẹ̀gbádùn àrà ọ̀tọ̀ dátà tí yóò fún ọ láǹfààní ìwòran fídíò lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ rẹ lónìí nípa títẹ̀ *312# bó o ṣe fẹ́ sí.
Wow! Your baby is here! Congratulations!
Do not waste time. Put your baby to breast within the first 1 hour of delivery to give that first yellowish milk colostrum. Colostrum has all the important nutrients your baby needs to start a healthy life. Colostrum also helps to protect your baby against diseases. Remember, put your baby to breast within the first 1 hour of delivery. This message is from the ANRIN Project or your state's Ministry of Health.
Kola ọ̀rẹ́ mi, wetin do you? Kunle, this fuel matter tire me. Shebi I tell you say I just buy TVS HLS Okada with Ajo money. Now I no dey worry again about fuel because TVS HLS Okada no dey chop fuel at all. With shikini fuel, I dey work plenty. Now I dey give Mama Risika better money for soup. TVS even dash me 1 full carton of spaghetti when I buy my TVS HLS Okada. Joy, dem say dey dash person spaghetti for this kind time. Dey there. On top say TVS HLS na baba for Okada. TVS go still sama you 1 free carton of spaghetti for every TVS HLS 125, HLS EX, even HLS KS Okada where you buy from any of their dealer office this period.
Run go any TVS dealer today. Make yourself begin the jolly. Splash FM 105.5.
All right, welcome back. It's still Talking Points on Splash FM 105.5 here in the city of Ibadan. 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 0706 949 3000. Waiting for your interventions. I'll conclude my reading of Rotimi Olawale's article. It says that. It says that, okay, let me just look at it. It said that I watched, as I finished the final draft of this blog, I watched a video of Mr. Wike in his first day in office. He said, if you have developed where you are not supposed to develop, your house will go down. I hope the Honorable Minister understands that reforms will succeed only if they are technically correct, organizationally implementable, and politically supportable. These are challenging times in Nigeria. There is a lot of adjustments as a result of fuel subsidy removal, and Mr. Wike needs to earn public trust with a wide range of positive reforms to gain public trust before wielding the big stick. And while he wields the big stick, I encourage him to do so within the ambit of the respect for the rule of law. Okay, what do you say? Let me hear from you. Hello, good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon, Michael.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Mr. President, very quick one. Now, I am surprised that the British government has just realized that that the former minister had problems and now they are trying to charge him to court. You see, when you look at this international body, these foreign countries, they appear to have been talking with Africa. How can they suddenly wake up after so many years and now say they realize that he now took bribe from the oil ring that he sold to some of the British farms? You can realize what is happening, that all the money that has been in their coffer, what has happened to it? Has they repatriated to us? Give money to us? They don't do it bit by bit. They are taking for a ride.
All
Good
right.
afternoon.
Thank you very much. So you probably would say that they just concluded investigation. All right. So, but what do we know? Okay. So let's wait for the conclusion of this one. Okay. So we have another caller here. Let's see who say hello. Good afternoon.
Hello, Mr. Michael.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Yes, this is Mr. Adewumi from Omiadio.
Mr. Adewumi from Omiadio. Let's talk, sir.
See, I just don't know what is wrong with our people. You see, someone is talking about bringing reform, bringing a sanity to the system, and people are condemning him. If you look at Mr. Wiki's speech yesterday, the man is really saying sense. If you look at the level of testosterone, as in, if you look at the Abuja Master Plan, there is a lot of wrong. And this man is talking about bringing a sanity to the system, and people are still complaining. In fact, I wonder Nigerians.
All right. So,
that's my own contribution.
so do you think that it is when you talk about reform, do reforms have to focus on pulling down buildings alone?
Of course.
Of course. So that's why people are saying you don't start that way.
If you build where you are not to build, they demolish it. You're supposed to follow the protocol.
Yeah.
Are you getting it before we get in any building?
Yeah.
Let us start with ourselves. That is it.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. All right. Thank you very much for calling. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
All right. When you're ready, please call back. Hello. Good afternoon. Ouch. All right. Lost that call. Please call back if you can. Still more time for a call or two on the program Talking Points on Splash FM here in the city. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Dapo.
Mr. Dapo, welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I listen to what me.
Hello?
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I said I listened yesterday. If any of us has traveled to Abuja, we will realize that what was saying is true. But the only thing I quarrel with him for is the first impression. We shouldn't have worked out that kind of impression. So that is the only point I can see in so those that are repeated land, more money, and be selling it to cost money. The man is correct. I know Abuja very well. I don't have character in the first place in the office.
All right. All right. Thank you very much for calling, sir. Okay, so I'm sorry I'll not be able to take any more calls. I have to go. Okay, so I ask you again to join me for another time on Thursday on the program Talking Points on Splash FM. Don't forget that as soon as I leave, there's a commercial, and after that, about the news update at 4 o'clock, and after that, you have the Tuesday edition of Splash Super Drive. I know you know what the program is about, so I ask you to stay here on Splash FM 105.5. My name is Michael Olatunbosun. I'd like to ask you to do everything within your power to make this nation better. Please don't dump refuse in the waterways. Enjoy the rest of the day.